Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's the girl Styy. If you're new here, if you like my channel and you like the content on my channel, go ahead and subscribe to the family because you won't regret it. And I hope that you like this video. So today we're going to be talking about postpartum depression. Postpartum depression is something that I really want to talk about as a new mother of a child that I just had. I'm 3 months in postpartum. I feel like this topic is really not talked about enough on social media, in the doctor's office, or just in general. So nobody wants to talk about postpartum depression, but I am. I'm going to be the first. I'm going to be the second. Whoever account I am in, I'm going to talk about it because I feel like this is something that's very important that people need to discuss and talk about. Postpartum depression, if you do not know, you can look at the definition term of this, but I'll insert it on the screen at the bottom. But this type of depression comes after you have a baby or maybe during your pregnancy, which sometimes that's called prenatal depression, but postpartum can really have early symptoms as well, so just be on the lookout for that. I experienced postpartum depression really hard as soon as I left the hospital. I didn't realize that I had postpartum depression until I realized that I was at a distance with my baby. I felt alone. I felt tired. I felt drained. I felt like there was no hope, no help for me, even when there were resources and help out there and people around that would help me. It's just isolation from the world. And sometimes your baby, sometimes you will have episodes where you feel like everything is not enough, you're not doing enough, or you feel like your body is not like it used to be, and you might get a little saddened by that, or you just really feel like, it's just like a new thing for you that everything is going wrong and everything is just not how it used to be. It's all of that all in one. It's just a lot of different emotions. So I'm just going to talk about my experience with postpartum depression, and I'm going to talk about my experience with postpartum depression. I'm going to talk about, how I cope with it and how I dealt with it and what can you do about it. Maybe I'm not disclaimer, I'm not an expert. I am not a counselor. I'm not a doctor or anything. So please do not take my advice as, this is what Styy told us on YouTube. Do not take what I did in my experience to your own. Just do whatever you feel like is best for you. This just worked for me. I'm not a psychiatrist or a person that can actually help you on a medical side when it comes to this. So that's just a disclaimer. Don't be bashing me in the comments and saying that's not right and you don't want to agree with this or agree with that. No, let's not do that because this is what I did. So the first time I really felt like I realized that I had postpartum depression, like I said, when I first came from the hospital, I noticed that like I was crying out the blue. I would have flashes that I'm not enough, or feeling down about myself, feeling alone when it comes to taking care of the baby. Like your mind mentally just like really go left when it comes to postpartum, and you feel this type of guilt that you don't even know where it's coming from. And so it can sneak up on you. Postpartum can sneak up on you. A lot of people go through this in silence sometimes, and for me, that's what I did, and I really hate the fact that I did that because it really drained and really took over me. Then it helped me, and I was really burdened and really like drawn in this deep hole of depression. Like it led to postpartum depression, to just actually depression towards my life, myself, and just in general. So It can look like various ways. For me, it was me crying out the blue, me not liking myself, me feeling bad about things that I didn't have no control over, me feeling guilt, or the fact that I just had a baby and feeling alone even though I was not technically alone, me not really asking for help when I needed it was another thing. Like, that's how you know you have postpartum, when you feel like you can't reach, or you can't do something, or you can't, or you don't want to, because you don't want nobody to say this or think this of you, or you just don't want to ask for help because you want to do it on your own. So I do understand that. I did that. I really did. And it, like I said, it tore me down to the point where I was very sad almost every day for a whole month. And then also what really messed with postpartum depression is the fact that you just delivered a baby. Your hormones are everywhere. Your body's trying to process the fact that you just had a baby. You have a newborn. You don't know if you're a first time mom, it's even 10 times harder. And also with the fact that you might have you might be sleep deprived, and that could take a part of it. Not eating or sleeping, that was the thing that I went through as well, is not eating, sleeping properly, because I had postpartum depression. And I just felt like me being so tired will take over the fact that I'm depressed. Or so I would sleep more, I would eat less, or I would eat less and sleep more. So sometimes it varies. And then altogether, sometimes I would just not sleep or eat because I was in postpartum depression. So it's something that it can go away, it won't go away. Like I said, it can come when you don't expect it. So it's not nothing where you're like, I'm not going to get that because I'm not going to claim that. I said the same thing. I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus. And, I got it, so, and it hit me hard. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's not a good feeling to have postpartum depression. So, yes. The doctor's going to ask you some things when you go to your first month doctor's appointment about postpartum, and they're going to ask you at your baby checkups, like, do you have postpartum? Are you having any signs of this, like feeling distance, feeling like you're less motivated, and things like that. They will ask you questions about postpartum. You could be honest and tell them how they feel. Some doctors, I've heard from people around in my group, not my people that I heard, friends and family, they have told me that doctors try to prescribe them on medicine for postpartum. That may be a thing for you, but personally for me, I really did not want to get on medicine because I did not want my body to get hooked on medicine for that, because I felt like it was just temporary for me, and I could get myself back together slowly. And it's not a time frame for postpartum depression, it's not. But for me, I was just having hope that, it will go away eventually. Some people say it lasts until their kids are grown. Some people say it just lasts all day, all year, in months, years. I mean, it just depends on you. So some days, I'm just not getting myself back together. 3 months past me giving birth, it's hard, it's still challenging, it's still taking time. I'm doing it at my pace, I'm not doing it on nobody else's pace. I'm doing what's best for me. And what really been helping me is just accepting the fact that I am who I am, and I can't change that. I'm the type of mother that I'm gonna be, and I want to be. I'm gonna take it day by day, and breathing in and out, and asking for help. And that looks like different. Counseling might be something you can look into. I personally didn't do counseling because I just felt like, I don't know, I felt like nobody would understand me, and I felt like that counseling wouldn't help me. But for some people, counseling could and will, therapy could and will help, could help you. And I've known people that said that they tried and it worked. Some people said it didn't work. So I think that's another thing. And just also figuring out to stop battling with myself. That's what I came to conclusion. Like, stop letting things get to me that I can't control. That's another thing that I had to realize. And once I did that, it really helped. And I really just realized that, hey, I have control of my mind. I have control of how I feel. Yes, my emotions is all over the place, and I just had a baby, and it's still new to me as a new young mother. But I gotta train my mindset to be what I want it to be. And that's how I did it, and that's how I'm still doing it. It's a process. It's hard. Some days I have my moments where I cry. Some days I have my moments where I'm stressed. Some days I have my moments where I don't want to talk to anyone and want to feel isolated, alone, and just be to myself. And that's okay. And that's always been me personally, like regrouping and coming back around, and that worked for me. So now that I'm going through the postpartum depression, it really helped me a lot to just really regroup, really step away and be by myself in a long time. As a mother, it's important that you get alone time. It's hard if you don't. It can drain you if you don't, and that what will cause postpartum depression as well, from my own experience. So that's how I know what and how I had postpartum depression. Also, I want to add that I was very numb. It was like a blur when people ask me what's wrong with me, or am I okay? I would say yes. Or do I feel up to par? Do I feel this way? And I could not get my whole hand around my emotions. I could not even put to my mind would just go blank. And it's sad, it's hard, and like I said, I would have a lot of episodes where I would just cry, boo, crying, didn't know where, when, how, where it's coming from. It was very hard. It's a very dark place. It's a place where you just feel like you have no hope, no grace. So all my mothers out there, I just want to let you know that it's something that's real. I do understand you. I understand what you went through, because I'm still going through it, but it has slowly progressed to a different type of level. So it has gotten better for me, but I was just lose like so much hope in myself and me being a mother. I was just like, I can't do this. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I just said it, like, I can't do this. And I had to just think about the fact that I had to raise my daughter. I can't let her see me down. I can't let myself go down. I had to just pat myself on the back and just give myself grace. And also, I'm just going to say this. If you're a Christian, it helps that you do pray and have prayer with God. Talk to God about it. And He will help you as well. And I think He's the only person that really just helped me and really just, kind of grasp what I was feeling. And He will help me with, resources or things and strategies to help with the depression. But it has gotten better. Some days, I'm always going to be tired, but the postpartum depression tired is a different type of tired, and it's a draining, exhausting tired, like to the point where you can barely keep your eyes open and you're not feeling yourself, your body, your image, who you look. Your body have gained, lost, or different things added to your body, and you're just like disgusted with it. So you got to find strategies that works for you to get yourself in the mentality that, hey, I still look good, or hey, I still, going to be the person I was before. Because sometimes you want the old you, and that's another thing how postpartum depression comes. Like, you want to be your old self, and it's not an old self no more. It's a new self, because you're a mother and your body changed, you change your mindset, and it's a new life when you become a mother. So it's just all about strategies. It's all about, finding things and reaching out or getting help when you can. And, pat yourself on the back. Like, you are trying. And, it's not going to always be rainbows and butterflies. And that's what I had to realize. It's a day by day process. I didn't go through the hair loss of postpartum depression, but I have had a little hair shedding. But as far as like physically, that's all that really happened with me. And just, my emotions and hormones is all over the place. So let me know in the comments if y'all like this video. It's just something that I wanted to experience or show you my experience with postpartum depression as being a new mother. I really thank y'all so much for coming to my channel. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. And I will see you in my next video, family. See you later.